Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam. So we're working on another episode of S&S here. I believe this one's going to be 13. And got a few things in store for you. We've got some projects that we worked on this past week. And my buddy Gil came by, paid a visit, and he brought the vise back, and we worked on that a little bit. So I'm going to show you that. We got a box in. Came in yesterday. I'm gonna bring that over. We're gonna check that out. And what else did I have for you? Oh yeah, I had a project that I worked on this week, and I'm gonna share that project with you in this video, and also have something special to go with that job that'll be at the end of this video. So stick around for that. And I think that's about it. All the content I can think of right now that's going to be in it, but I did want to share a couple things with you, if you don't mind. Things have been pretty busy for me lately, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to be able to come out in my shop and do some work, and things have been just getting backed up here, man. The work's been constantly coming in, and luckily this week I haven't really gotten anything else in here, but my other job has been really demanding here lately, and I've been having to work a lot of hours, upwards to 10 to 12 hours a day, and had a lot of pressure on me. And the work that comes in here I have to take care of also, and things have just been getting behind, and I haven't had a lot of time to play with the camera and make videos. I didn't have a project video this week to put up because I've just been real busy and just getting behind. And I'm actually thinking about backing off some of the work right now, just because I really have little to no time for myself. I've been out here in the shop constantly working. Whenever I'm home, I'm out here working. Weekends, I'm having to put off family events. Can't go to that because I got jobs to get done. So some of my customers that have been bringing stuff here on the regular basis, I think that I'm going to just pause for a while and try to get what I have in the shop here caught up, get done, because I got a lot of things that I need to do. I've still got to finish cleaning out my old shop. I've got a few things down there. I showed you in a video what's down there. I got to get those things out, and I want to get that done. I also need to I want to get my air conditioner down here and start getting that hooked up. And it's starting to warm up. I'm sitting here sweating already because it's starting to get hot. But the other thing that I want to do is, you notice my ceiling. I've had a lot of people make comments about my ceiling and ask me how come I haven't finished it, what's wrong with it, when you're going to do it. Actually, that's the original ceiling in here, and where it's not up there, that has fallen over time. Luckily, I haven't had any fall whenever I've set this up as a shop. But whenever it was just my garage, I would come in here and there'd be another section done falling down. So what I'm planning on doing is finish removing the rest of this drywall that's up there, because it's starting to fall. And I'm going to put plywood up there. I have a friend that does construction work and carpentry work, and me and him's worked out a deal. He's going to come help me do this. So hopefully we're going to be able to work on that pretty soon, and that's probably going to take, I don't know, maybe a couple weekends or so to get it done, maybe even more than that. So whenever I'm working on this, I don't need to be pressured with jobs get done, because we're going to be working on it. Lights are going to be down, so hopefully I'm going to take a break here pretty soon and get some of my things done. But I've got other stuff that I need to get finished up here. I've got that job for James Green. James, I've still got your job, and I'm planning on getting on it real soon. Hopefully get it done and get it sent back to you. And I guess that's about it. That's what I wanted to share with you about what's been going on here. Also, one more thing. I got to thank all of my subscribers. There's a bunch of you out there now. I'm getting very close to 10,000 subscribers, and I'm just, as I've said before, I'm just blown away at this, man. I've never expected for my YouTube channel to ever take off like it has, and I just can't thank everybody enough for the support that I've gotten. all of the comments that I get, all of the suggestions, all the well wishes. You know, you guys have been following me for, you know, almost a year now, and it's just been it's been a really fun adventure coming out here and doing this stuff. My total views peaked 1 million views this past Saturday. I was pretty excited to see that. I didn't expect that either. So, as I said, we're getting real close to 10,000 subscribers, and maybe next week I'll hit 10,000. So, I just want to share that with you guys. A little bit of excitement there. So, thanks again for all that you do. All of the viewers that have been sending in gifts for me, and I can't thank you enough. So thanks very much to everybody for all of your views, comments, and everything. So, all right, so enough with the chit chat. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move on. We've got some things to show you, okay? Go down there working on the pipe. Hey, what are you doing, dude?
Hey, man, working on a pipe.
All right.
Looking good. Looking good.
Doing a good job. He's getting his pipe cleaned up so he can get ready to paint it. We'll give you an update in a little while. All right, so here's our viewer appreciation mail of the week. Got a nice big box. This comes to us from Tom Lipton, Ox Tool. So he sent me a couple nice items here. We're gonna go ahead and pull them out and take a look at it. So the first thing, this nice big sterret box. And if you follow his channel, you'll see that he had actually talked about this. He's something that he picked up at the flea market, and I told him that I was interested in it. So me and him worked out a trade. So this is a 4-inch travel sterret dial indicator right here. And I was joking with Tom because whenever he had showed this in his video, Tom, this is a plastic tube that Sterret supplies with these to protect, you know, the rod here. And I believe he had put it on like that. It was saying, hey, I don't know, that's a little too short. Well, Tom, inside there's a couple little plastic divots, I guess, little tits in there, and it actually fits on this way. It just goes on and it's supposed to stop just like that. And it protects the indicator here on this end. And the only reason I know that is because whenever I bought a 2-inch travel, they supplied the same tube with that, and it was the same way. So anyway, man, I was just joking with you there, buddy. But so that's it. This is a really nice indicator. It's still in really good shape. It doesn't look like it's had a lot of use. I can see a little bit of like somebody's almost hit the end here with some Scotch-Brite or something to polish the end up, clean it up. So it might have been in a little bit of a dirty environment, but it works great. So since I do not have DRO on my lathe, this would be something nice to have once in a while. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get me another mag back for this indicator, and I don't know if I'm going to get the Sterret or buy one of the imports. I haven't decided yet. I've noticed that the imports actually have a stronger hold than the Sterret does, but the Sterret is a nicer quality unit. So I don't know yet. I might just get one of the cheap ones and try it out on this to see how it does, as long as it fits good and doesn't move around, because the last one I had bought had a plastic back on it, and it was kind of flimsy. So I don't know. We'll play with it. But So anyway, this is the 4-inch travel dial indicator from Tom. Put the lid back in here. This is a really nice item, and he told you in his video that he paid $33 for this thing. And if you was to buy a brand new one today from Sterrett, you're going to pay probably around $550 to $600, somewhere in that range, for one of these brand new. So that's a really high ticket item right there. So he's got a couple more things in here for me, and here's the second item, and you see it's some safety glasses. And he wrote me a little note. He's got some more safety glasses right here. He says, "Caution, wear eye protection when operating this indicator. Anti-doink." Because he said you got to be careful. This thing will poke your eye out, man. So Tom, thank you for the safety glasses. Look at those, man. You can't beat them. Those look like some show enough riding glasses right there. What do you think? Might have to sport these whenever I'm using the indicator. All right, so we got our eye protection that'll go with our new indicator. Doink. All right, what else we got? And we got one more item right here that I talked him out of. And let's see here. Yep. Okay. This should be the Sterrett 289. Yep. This is a Sterrett 289 clamp. This is another item that he had got at the flea market, and I told him I've been looking for one of these things, and I was actually getting ready to buy one, and he found this and showed it in his video, and I asked him, "Hey, since you said you got two of them, will you trade me?" So he said sure, and sent me this, and this is the Sterrett number 289A. And what this will do is you can take two of your rules that I call scales, and well, these aren't the right ones. If you use the type of rule that goes with your combination squares. Of course, I don't have any handy. But anyway, this will hold two of your scales at 90 degrees. Okay. There's been a lot of jobs where I needed something like this because I am holding two scales at 90 degrees trying to scribe some lines. So I've been wanting to get one of these. I finally got one, so I got to thank Tom for sending this to me. I did buy, there's another attachment that you can use with this, and it's called the 289C. And it's another attachment that it's a block that clamps on here, and then you've got, it comes with a rule, a rod, and a scriber, and you can use it for checking depths or for numerous things. And I don't have that with me here, but what I wanted to do is get a hold of this, and I want to bring some of these things out and demonstrate some of these different attachments that goes on these scales. I've got another one in the toolbox that I wanted to show you guys also. All right, so there's another shot of it again, the Sterrett 289A, and it's in fine condition. So what I had offered Tom as part of the trade for this deal is I just acquired another Sterrett level, and I got it right here. I just got this. This is a 12-inch Sterrett, and it's in really good shape. Now, it does have some very, very light surface rust on here, and that's because it's been sitting for over 20 years in the guy's toolbox. He hasn't touched it. It's just been sitting there. But he told me, he said he had no need for it. I got this from a coworker, and he acquired this in a trade, He said about 22 years ago he got this, and he doesn't have any need for it. He needs a little bit of machine work done. So he said, hey, if you want that level, I'll give it to you if you'll do that little bit of machine work for me. So I told him, hell yeah. So I asked Tom, would he be interested in a new stair at level? And he does. He wants it. So I'm going to send this to him. And I've got a couple other things that I'm going to send you, Tom. I've got a couple little things that I'm going to pick out for you. So here's the here's all the drills that Tom Bellis sent me. I showed you in another video. Tom, I'm going to grab a handful of these and send them to you because you know, Tom said to share these with other guys, and that's what I'm going to do. And I don't need all of these, so I'm going to send you a good chunk of these, and then you can take them and throw them away or use them or give them away, whatever you want to do. And I got some other things that I'm going to throw in the box for you too. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and move on. This is the stuff from today. So thanks a lot, Tom. I really appreciate it, man. I love the indicator, love the clamp, and the anti-doink glasses. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, getting ready to start on this next project I got here. This is the other job that I got to do for my friend Chris Rayburn. I just built the axle for his bike, and so this is the next thing that I got to do for him here. So what we have is, this is the speedometer housing for his bike, and this also holds the handlebars. This is what bolts on to your trees and your bar goes through, and the speedometer, it's all right here. I've done taking it all apart, so got just the housing, and this goes to a Sportster 1200. So he's got a set of handlebars here, some of these Vortex bars. I believe these are dirt bike handlebars, and he's wanting to use these on his bike. So what he asked me if I could do was bore this housing here so that it will fit this this handlebar. So that's what we're going to do. The factory size is 1 inch, so you got about a 1 inch hole here now, and the bar that he wants to use, this is 1 1/8. So we got to set it up in line board. So I've been trying to figure out the best way to do this for me, and I've been playing around with it, coming up with some ideas. So I'll show you what I came up with, how I'm going to do this. Here's one of my angle plates here, and I've got pairs of these, and these are just inexpensive angle plates, and I'm going to end up drilling a couple holes here on the side of this angle plate, so that what I can do is set this right here on the side and get it up kind of high, so that there's no interference of the angle plate for the boring head, and you got a little clearance down there below for your bar to come through. So I'm going to set this up, drill me a couple holes, and bolt it to it, and then I'll line up this and go through there with the boring head and bore it out. And then the last thing I'll have to do is take the clamps off, and I'll have to set them up and do a little fly cutting or milling on the split line there, and I'll do it on these so that there's a little clearance, so when it's pulled up, it pulls up tight around the bar. So alright, so that's what we're doing. I'm just playing around with it right now, and I was trying to get a game plan on how I wanted to do this, so I wanted to share with you what the setup's going to be like, and I feel like it's going to work out pretty good. I may end up having to take a little piece of steel plate or something and drill a hole in it to where I can clamp it in the vise and just stick these on there and put a bolt up to the bottom and hold them. But I do want to check them to see if the top here, you know, is completely parallel with the bottom. These are all casted, so I got to do some inspection work and see how it's gonna work out for that. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting some stuff up. All right, I'm just getting my angle plate set up. Wanted to show you this. I was checking the squareness of the angle plate, But the way I usually set things like this up, especially when it's not really critical, is just use a combination square and, you know, pull it up, square against the table and over against the face of the part that you're trying to square up, in this case being the angle plate. Alright, you can get it really, really close with that. Now, I haven't bumped this. I tightened it down, and I wanted to just see how close that I was. So I'm using a stare it back plunge indicator here. Already got it set to 0, and we're going to run across it. Alright, so it looks like maybe not quite 2/1000ths that amount, which is what I'm doing here. That's going to be close enough. So I'm going to leave it there, but that's just a little setup trick there. Just grab your square and square up your part, clamp it down, and you should be. It puts you really close. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this side of the angle plate, and I'll just drill me 2 holes. I'm going to go 1/2 inch from the side, and I haven't calculated how far down I'm going to start yet. So anyway, we're just going to pop us 2 holes right here. Alright, I found the edge and stepped it over. There's my starting point here. Center to center distance is 3.5 inches, so I'll drill this one and step it down 3.5. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch drill to drill a pilot, and then step it up to 1/2 inch. Thought I would go ahead and talk about this real quick. Gil's inside using a blast cabinet, and I've never talked about my air compressor, which is right there running right now. If you ever think about running a blast cabinet, you got to make sure you got an air compressor that puts out enough CFM and volume of air to run it. So this Ingersoll Rand air compressor was bought at the same time we bought that blast cabinet. That's why, because it runs a lot. It uses a lot of air. It'll kick on and off a little bit, but it uses a lot of air. So when you're using a blast cabinet, this thing's running quite a bit. So it's an Ingersoll Rand T30. It's got a 15 horse motor on it. I think it puts out like 50 CFM. You can see Gil inside. He's using a blast cabinet now. There's the press too. I'm going to talk about that also, so just stay tuned for that. I've had some guys ask me about it, so there's a shot of it anyway. Okay guys, getting ready to set this thing up. Alright, here's my 2 drill holes, and getting ready to bolt it up here. I found some cap head bolts, some 1/2-13s, and that's what we're going to use. I'm also going to show you another little way that I'm going to align this with the spindle. I went ahead and just turned me a little lineup pin in the Victor real quick, and I turned the end to 3/4 to fit a collet, and this is what I'm going to use to line up this thing. See, it fits in there pretty nice. And I'm just going to line this up with the pin and let it go from there. I think that's going to give us, that's going to bring us plenty close enough for what we want here. And there's very little rock back and forth this way, so I believe I'm just going to tighten them up there. I drilled a 1/2 inch hole, so those bolts are really close fit through there. Okay, I think that's going to be tight enough, and I do need to double check these bolts. I don't remember if I tightened them all the way. All right, that'll be good there. Oh, another thing, I left this angle plate set up here like this because I'm planning on setting this angle plate back up the way I had it before when I drilled the holes, and the way that these are mounted in here now is how I'll bolt them in to mill the tops of them off. That's running nice and true. I think I might have snugged that thing up whenever I tighten these other bolts up. It's going in there, but it's a lot more snug than it was before. Okay, I think I got it positioned where I want it there now. I can run this pin all the way down through there, and it's got a little bit of resistance, but I'm looking at the rubbing, which is on both sides here, and it looks pretty well equal. So I believe I'm going to leave it right there where it's at. I'm going to lock the table, and I'm going to go ahead and re-snug the bolts here a little bit. And I say we're lined up ready to bore it. It's so bright and sunny outside I had to bust out my shades. Got Gil over here. He got the vice parts blasted, and now he's throwing some primer on them. What do you think?
I got the YouTube crowd.
Yeah, we got the YouTubers out here. They want to see what's going on.
It's my old new vice.
That's right. As Tom would say it. He's doing what I always wanted to do with this stuff, man. I don't ever seem to find time, but he's doing it right. We got her blasted, and he's getting ready to paint it up, and it's looking good.
I don't know about the painting skills, but
Oh, it'll work. It'll work. You can actually read that now. Rock Island 574.
nice vice, man.
Well, I'm glad it going to a good home, man.
Get some good use.
He was in the market for a new vise for his welding table, and I showed him my secret stash. He had to have it, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
All right, well, as we said, we were going to give you some little segments of it, so
I'll send pictures when I get the final coat mounted on the bench.
there you go.
That way
So
you'll see it in action.
okay, so we'll get some pictures of it all painted up and looking nice and mounted on his workbench.
My welding bench.
Your welding bench.
Yeah,
I call it
the welding side of the garage.
your on the other side of the car.
That's right.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to sign off, so maybe next time you'll see it finished up.